All right. Excuse me. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Houston Rockets Daily. Let's talk Rockets episode number 94. It is late here, and the Houston Rockets just finished game one against the Golden State Warriors. They lost. It's technically still being finished off right now. So just going to let for some people to get in here, but man, it sounds kind of weird to talk here at 12 o'clock at night. It's been a while since we've done a Rockets episode this late, or I've even live streamed this late. We got Josh here in the chat. What's up? This is game one at home is tough. I'm just going to pull up the box score here. I've got this fun little device. I think Houston should be able to fix this pretty easily. You know, Steph is going to be Steph, and that's not really the big issue why Houston lost tonight. You know, Houston only scored 85. They only gave up 95. You know, kind of you can go back to even I think you can look at jitters, but I think at the end of the day, man, the Houston Rockets just need to pass. I mean, they just didn't really watching Houston tonight didn't really look like watching this team play at most points in the regular season. You know, they weren't making the small extra passes. They just weren't doing the small little stuff. And, you know, I tweeted this out. Like, Jalen went 3 of 15. Fred went 4 of 19, 2 of 13 from downtown. He finished 4 of 9, but I feel like 3 of those at least were in the fourth. We got Maurice here. What's up? Fred went 4 of 20. Yeah, 4 of 19, man. 2 of 13 is crazy. Tari even went 3 of 10. Tari Easton was missing layups. I had a tweet about that. Steven Adams, Jabari was phenomenal. We'll monitor that moving forward. But you're not going to see nights where Houston shoots like that. They didn't do the little stuff good enough here. And, Golden State, I think they said this on the broadcast. Golden State was the number 1 ranked defense in the NBA since the Jimmy Butler move. You know, Houston would drive in to help a lot, and you'd see just a lot of forcing going on, man, no matter who it was. Amen was just kind of doing his thing. You know, he's kind of like a bull in a china shop, and it all just felt forced. And you know, there was definitely some momentum streaks. Like, I would say end of the third. What was it? End of the third. Definitely not the start of the third. And you know, the end of the fourth. You know, Houston, once they got some momentum, you know, Fred finally made a shot. Man, Houston's just got to get back to the basics here, and I think this is because, you know, they showed it right out of the gate. 5th youngest team in the playoffs, which, when you hear that stat, doesn't seem like a big deal. And then they show it. Oh, Jalen Green's played 0 playoff games. Amen Thompson's played 0 playoff games. Tari Easton's played 0. Almost all of these dudes on Houston have played 0 playoff games. We got Matt Vento up in here. What's up? Yeah, let's see the turnovers. All right. We got 39%. Everybody hit that like button. Get some more Rocket fans up in here. I miss doing these recaps. Not when they lose, but I honestly... It's a 7-game series for a reason. I don't have any concern for Houston at this current point. 6 of 29 from downtown is insane. I know they're not a 3-point shooting team, but the one huge con, obviously, kind of just even goes without saying, is when you give up only 95 to Golden State and lose, that's extremely unideal. Rebounding should be good game for the entire series. 61 to Golden State's 44. They had 22 offensive rebounds. Golden State only had 6. 16 turnovers. You know, I know Amen was Amen was really going crazy early. Jabari had 4 turnovers. Wow. Okay, so Amen only had 2. Şengün had 5. Jabari had 4. So numbers can be a little deceiving. Playoff jitters, definitely saw that kind of going in the second quarter. Even after the first time out in the first period or in the first quarter, you could pretty much see that happening. Houston, Houston, pretty much from like the end of the first six in the first quarter and the first six in the second quarter. I mean, honestly, the whole second they scored 13 points. So if you can take out a 13-point quarter, because why are you scoring 13 points in a quarter? They're probably not going to win an NBA playoff game scoring 13 in a quarter. So shit happens. Jalen, 3 of 15. Jalen Green, Matt's freaking out. Kudos to Jabari for coming in, at least sparking the initial comeback when we were done by 20 plus. Him and Steven Adams did a phenomenal job there. We're going to be better offensively. Looking forward to game 2. Got to put in Reed Shepherd for shooting. Man, so I hope game 2 is huge. Houston better go there and take care of business, because one thing Houston really has going for them, as opposed to a Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, and Steph Curry, is there's absolutely no pressure. There's pressure because you're the 2 seed, but when you lose game 1, when you get your teeth kicked in the mouth at home as the 2 seed going up against 7 seed, and you lose, I mean, who cares about seedings at that point? Plus Golden State's technically favored, the whole thing. All it takes is just one game for Houston to wake up and be like, all right, screw all that. We got to go take care of business. And it's a long series for a reason. 7 games. And what's the next one? It's like Wednesday. It's all the way till Wednesday. So a lot of time to prep it, get ready for it. We got TNT Wednesday night at 9:30 again. These late nights are crazy. It's midnight here in the Sunshine State. Curry was letting it fly. Disrespectful locations. Steph dropped a pretty modest 31. That is a little concerning. The main concern going in, Steph Curry. But that was a pretty modest 31, I would say. Pretty tame 31. Trey only had 4. Moody's 3 was, that was huge. Jimmy Butler doing his thing. Butler played 42. They were saying on the thing how much Butler's played. So, just go through the ages real quick. Steph Curry is 37. Jimmy Butler is 35. Draymond Green is 35. These dudes played 36, 42, and 39 minutes. So, long series. We shot 39, 20, 55. There's no way we can play worse than this. And it was still a close game. I still got faith. But Fred and Jalen can't play like that. The rest were kind of weird too. I know that's always going to be a thing, but the refs were kind of weird in that game. Kind of just weird calls. Even right out of the gate, I noticed that. I'm not much of a ref. I'm not much of a foul watcher, but that was definitely interesting. I felt like they were calling it a little bit biasedly, but not enough in a whole game to really make that be a comment. All right, man, let's check Twitter. I got to get my dude, we're ripping the Houston Rockets Daily Twitter if anyone wants to check it out. I need some more Houston accounts. My favorite are we do Bordeaux and Will every time. Let's just pull up Rockets Twitter. Let's catch a feel. See what's popping in here. Get it on screen for you guys. Let's get Raf up in the top right. How are we doing, man? How are people feeling? This is a big deal. It's a really big deal. And I want to enjoy every single minute of it. But losing, you can't score 85. Can't score 85 at home in game 1, man. Jitters, it happens. I don't have faith in Fred's Reed, I definitely have no faith in Reed Shepherd over Freddie on a game like this. You couldn't let Reed come in here and let it fly. Uh, Reed unfortunately does strike me at only 20 years old too. I think he's matured a lot from the beginning of the season to this point. We can't have Steven Silas just constantly being on the screen. So we'll get rid of that. Refs missed a blatant out of bounds call that led to a Curry three. I knew it was over. And this is in Houston too, game one. Even Josh backing you up right here. Be talking about that for a few more days. Probably be talking about that for the rest of the series. Jalen played horrible tonight, straight trash. Oh, Cam Whitmore come in here, give you some offense. I really like that. Game one, field out. Really wish this was a Golden State, though. Because now it just puts so much emphasis on game two. And see, here's the thing, man. When you have a team like Golden State, being away doesn't matter. Like Houston did a really good job of getting loud, especially like in the first 6 minutes, and then Golden State did a really good job of just keeping the crowd out of the whole game. And then there were some spouts of momentum, some bursts in the second half at the end of the game, but Steph Curry and Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler, they don't care about playing on the road. There's no way those guys care about playing in Houston. They don't care about playing in Los Angeles. They don't care about playing in a specific location as far as it being a downside. And I'm not necessarily saying Şengün, Green, Tari, Amen, all of these young guys. I'm just saying, like, when you're 35 years old versus when you're like 20, like Reed Shepherd, I don't want a young Houston Rockets team to have the burden of being down 2-0 to go into Golden State, because then you're thinking worst case scenario, we're being embarrassed, and hopefully that pisses you off. But still, man, being down 2-0, maybe it pisses you off, lights a fire under your ass, and you start to really get on your shit. But like, I just don't want a young Houston Rockets team to be down 2 going away and having to play 2 games in Golden State, because it's way too much. You can't put yourself in that situation. And Ime Udoka 100% knows this. I expect way more, honestly, even defensively, from Dillon Brooks and Freddie Double V. As far as being the 2 vets in the lineup, I need way more. And both of them had moments. Fred was really suffering from shooting, but he was passing the rock. He had that really nice jump ball moment that he kind of got going. Dillon had some moments, but I really need the vets to be the vets in these games. Steven Adams did a really phenomenal job, and it's crazy how tall Houston is, and you got to use that to your advantage. And you just don't want to. You can't score. You can't score 13 in the second, and if you are, you can't give up 29. I mean, you're just going to lose it. Houston's not meant to be chucking up threes here. Houston's not a team that's really meant to be down 20. And we're in an era where you can come back down 20 and a quarter easily, but that's not necessarily Houston's strength. You want to be playing to your strengths here. So we'll start getting into these chess battles between Steve Kerr and Ime Udoka, which kind of bring you back to a couple of years ago. I wouldn't be surprised if neither team breaks 120 in this series. I had my take heading into this series, and I tweeted it, and I think I said this in our stream a few days ago, was I didn't really think there were going to be too many competitive games as far as like the final score. I know the games are going to be super competitive, but I didn't really think the score would be and I guess this is double digits, but that was a tight game. Houston clawed back. That second quarter, it just kind of felt like a fluke anyways. And then Golden State came out red hot in the third, and Houston was ice cold. I'll let Reed play just because why not? Jabari should get the ball more. Let's take a look at some minutes for the bench. Jabari played 25. Tari played 20. Steven played 19. A little eight-man rotation. not a bad idea to get Reed or Cam some work here, but man, that Golden State defense. My concern with Cam Whitmore coming in is tunnel vision, and I really think if Houston passes the ball more, let's take a look at assists. I mean, Houston didn't shoot well. 20 that same Houston lost the assist battle by 1. I don't know, man. I don't really want to go back and watch this just because it's the playoffs, but um, just going off the dome, man. Houston's got to move the ball. They have to move the ball way more. That Pods travel, that was tough. Even the announcer, who's the other guy in the announcer? Kevin Harlan, Reggie Miller, even Reggie Miller saying something. I'm a hockey team. What's going on in the NHL world? Man, so no game till Wednesday. I'll pull Twitter back up. Let's see what we got going on here. And you want to have like school or work tomorrow. Houston came in so composed. Can't win games, let alone playoff games, shooting 6 of 29 from 3 and 11 of 20 from the free throw line. Bordeaux's got a really good point. Let's pull up the free throws. Man, I feel like, who was it? Like, Amon started like 0 for 4 right out of the gate. Damn, Cleveland really pulled away. First round of the playoffs is interesting. This is definitely that series that's like the 1 or 2 interesting. All right, we got free throws here. Yeah, Amon went 0 for 4. It's a big difference. Brooks 2 of 5 can't be happening either. Oh, wait, sorry, that's 3-pointers. I'm tweaking. Oh, so the only weak link on free throws was, I mean, Jalen went 1 of 2. Steven Adams went 0 of 2. Don't want that happening either. And then Amon went 0 4. So, still lost by 10. I just kind of pick and choosing battles here. Just pass the ball. Whitmore can make it. Oh, man. I'm curious if they'll let these guys even get some run. Because to be honest with you, I mean, I agree with you guys from a sentiment of just letting Cam and I'm more inclined to let Cam specifically handle the rock. I think Reed would be. I'm a little concerned, not necessarily about Reed's nerves or something, but like if Reed and Cam are gonna play, I'd let them play soon here. I don't want to be relying on Reed Shepherd making a couple of threes, getting 20 minutes a night in game 6 with the series on the line. I mean, hopefully he's ready for that moment, but I'm just a little worried about tunnel vision. So I like the idea of Reed. I like the idea of Cam too, as long as he's hitting. On a night like tonight, I agree. You might as well. We need, I mean, you're not wrong. Go 6 of 29 from downtown, man. It just can't be happening. Ooh, Rex Twitter. Everyone did a great job. I think these guys are at the game here. Not even necessarily this group, but everyone at that game, man. Those jerseys were looking good. What's that? Oh, Denver did a terrible job. I was watching with the family. Oh my god, dude. Denver really fucking. Matt might be trolling. Matt saying Cam Whitmore showed up to the game high. I mean, Elton Şengün was dominant all night. 26 points, 9 rebounds. Steven Adams spearheaded the comeback with 12 rebounds in 20 minutes, my bad. 5 of which were offensive. Jabari should have played more, 11 points, just 25 minutes. Thought Ime could have ran some better lineups. Amon had a stinker. Can't win if your backcourt 7 of 34 from the field, 2 of 17 from 3. Oh, fuck. I was thinking This guy Justin saying Aaron Holiday needs to play for Fred full time. I mean, come on. Let's let's get a grip here. I was thinking about Aaron Holiday, but I don't think defense was the issue. And it's just game one, man. Like if you want to start getting into Cam Whitmore, Reed Shepard, and even Aaron Holidays, I say you let game one just let it go, or let the game go out. Let the game run, and we'll monitor it. 7-game series is so long, man. Şengün really did his thing, and he was really taking care of business, and he moved so nice. These guys just gotta hit shots, man. And this will piss them all off. Hopefully, I mean that's the assumption that everyone's just pissed off. So, all right, guys, I gotta pass out here. I hope everyone had a good Easter. Oh, I had some zit crap on. I'm fucking getting battered on my right side. I hope everyone enjoyed. I know the loss is the loss. But if you're watching this on YouTube, this is available on streaming sites. And I said this on our show a couple of days ago. We're going to be doing this all postseason, all off season. We're back full time making Houston Rockets content, man. 100% back. So thank you guys for watching live and post live. Links are down below if you want to subscribe, follow the podcast. Means the world. And we'll see you guys later. Peace.